Part 3 on my hero's journey video entry. All right, so I'm going to get into the dream that I had last night, but before I do that, I also want to give you another piece of information regarding when I said the whole everything comes back in full circle. So with my birthday just passing in January, my car is very old. It's paid off, thank God. But it's an old car somewhat. I got the car back in 2015. And at the time it was a year old because it's 2014 Nissan Altima. My baby does need a little TLC. We needed a little bit of TLC, but my baby was running just fine. It got me to point A to point B. I, did the regular maintenance things, that I had to do. But there was also little things that I'm like, okay, yeah, we do gotta work on this whenever the time comes. So, just as my dad did back whenever that year was, where he bought the plane tickets for my birthday to try to just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, take these plane tickets and just be quiet." He tried to do the same thing this year with fixing my car. So he took it upon himself that he was going to spend, I don't know how much money he spent, honestly, that's not my business, but I know he spent a lot of money buying the things that, my car needed. And their house right now, they split the house, so the front portion of the house is like Airbnb, and then they kind of live in the back side of the house, and they kind of put their own kitchen, and like they made a whole like living space, like if it was like a little apartment or something or whatever. So someone rented, or was that the terminology for Airbnbs? But yeah, they booked that house for some months. I don't know if they were snowbirds or what the case was, but their stay was really long. I think they're actually still there and they're not going to leave till, I don't know if it's now in the spring or the summer. But my dad at first, he wanted to come over here to try to fix my car. He's like, I'll take all the tools over there and I'll fix your car there. One thing that I have learned is that you don't let the enemy into your house, or the spirit that they're carrying into your house. If you guys ever seen like the movie Sinners, once they were bit by the vampire, they weren't able to enter that. What do you call it? I'm gonna say the wrong word, but I'm gonna say the club where they were at. They weren't able to enter until somebody let them in. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not letting him in my house. He's never been to this house. So I told my mom, I was like, yeah, we don't have to do it here. We can do it at your house. We can fix the car at my house. And then I guess my dad, I don't know if this was on another guilt trip thing. She was like, "Oh yeah, your dad felt so bad that you didn't let him go over there and fix the car." She's like, "I just try to tell him that the reason you said that is because it's because he has all the tools here and you just, wanted to make it more easier for him." And I was like, "Girl, whatever you got to tell him, but he's not coming here." So then it was like this, I don't know, he was like rushing to fix my car. And I'm like, why are you rushing? My car is not falling apart. It's running, right? So he was like, you know what? I'll just take a couple of days off from work and so you can just bring the car here and I'll just do it here. That happened to be the weekend of my birthday. So for my birthday, they wanted to take me out to dinner. They showed up with flowers, balloons, whatever. And then my dad was supposed to take my car. I work from home, so me having my car is not really, I don't really need it. So he was gonna take my car back home and I was gonna go back to my house with my boyfriend in his car. So we went to dinner in two separate cars. My dad took the car and yeah. But when I was telling him like yeah, like what is the rush? What is the rush? And I feel like they kind of like didn't even really have an answer for it. I just remember another moment when I was talking to my mom on the phone and I heard my dad's voice in the background and his voice sounded like, oh, but like, I bought all the parts already, and he was just rushing to fix the car. But again, I feel like he was rushing to do it because I don't know, to show like, for example, now let's say that, that now that I have him blocked, I don't know if he was preventing me blocking him again, or another way to silence me. Because now that, even though he fixed my car, I still got him blocked. So I don't know if he's gonna be like, oh, look at that, and everything that I do for her. And my dad's always said that I've had an attitude. I have such an attitude. Even the day that we had that conversation back in my other house, when I was crying, because I feel like that was like my inner child, like let out this cry. He was like, you see, it's your attitude. He always want to come back. He always wants to bring it back to I have an attitude. But anyways, didn't work. But thanks for fixing my car. All right, so now with the dream, let's try to make this quick. So I had a dream last night where my son, he was outside playing with his friend, and they were inside of this body of water. And I was watching all of this through like a surveillance camera. And so from this like bird's eye view, I am seeing my son. He's about to walk out of the water, and then I see this big albino, like alligator, crocodile. I don't know. I can't tell the difference, but I saw it in the water, and obviously it was albino, so it kind of stood out. If it was dark, maybe I wouldn't have been able to see it, but it stood out. And then the crocodile came and bit my son's head and dragged it into the ocean, back into the body of water they were in, not the ocean. I interpreted that as the crocodile being my father, my parents combined, my family, whatever. That was them trying to take me and drag me back into where they want, back in drowning in the water. That made me think of the song that I've been listening to a lot lately by Burna Boy, Alone, that was in the Wakanda Forever movie. There's a part in the song where it says, like, don't let them take my head and then dance over my dead body. So, yeah, that was like, it's like they're trying to take me down. So, the next part of the dream, I was like walking through a house, and it was like this obstacle course, like eerie haunted house feeling. And I was walking through. I wasn't rushing. I think I was walking there very calmly, but I felt like something was following me before I got to the finish line. I ended up making it to the finish line, which was the garage, and the garage door was open. So basically, I made it out. And man, like that really was like a message from God, just like confirming everything. I feel like I could have taken that dream and felt bad about it. Like, dang, they got me again. But no, they didn't. They tried to, or they're still trying to. But I'm too level headed right now to even let that happen. So this morning, I woke up. I did a tarot reading to get clarity on the situation. God provided me the clarity that I needed. I went to go take a cleansing shower to close out this lunar eclipse so I can finally put that chapter to a close. And I even rinsed myself with my moon water that I collected on that night. I said a little decree to close it out, and I ended it again with it is done, it is done, it is done. I'm in my new, I'm not going to even say chapter because that book is closed. I am in my new book, and they're no longer, or they're not coming to this new series. They're in that old book that I'm going to throw away. but um but yeah, that's done. But yeah, that was my little update. But yeah, that was my update. So I do encourage you guys to follow if you guys want to know more about just the healing journey, if you're on one or wanting to embark on your own hero's journey. I don't know. But yeah, follow for more.